G'day, beard brethren, Sheilas, fuckheads, and just all round legends. Welcome to a very special Christmas episode of Two Beards, a podcast on Wrexham AFC, their podcast all about Wrexham, brought to you by your two favourite Aussies, Rousey and Adrian. Adrian, mate, how you going?
Good, mate. Good, mate. I am absolutely buzzing for this one. So it's been something that, it's nice and something special. Loving your new background and loving what's to come, really.
Yes. So we got a very special episode. We're actually pre-recording these two episodes because Adrian's going to be off to Japan, drinking all the sake that is possible, I imagine.
Yeah, pretty much.
But we decided this week we're going to have a very special episode. So, and they've been guests on our podcast before, and we will actually get to that shortly because first we've got to get some housekeeping out of the way.
Oh, you're good. You're good. You're very good at this.
Yeah, that's right. So, guys, if you like this episode, please like, share, subscribe. You want to reach out to us, comment down below. You can head over to twobeardsmedia.com if you want any information regarding us, or reach out to us at twobeardswxm on X, and we're at Two Beards Media on YouTube and on Instagram. You want to become a fuckhead, which is a $5 a month program. $5 a month gets you access to us non-stop around the clock on our Discord. We get to have lots of fun over there. You get discounted merch, you get shout outs, and you get gifts and presents and much, much more, all for this Christmas season. Feeling merry.
That's it, mate.
And we give a quick shout out to our fuckheads, our loyal fuckheads. We have Chris, we've got Aaron, we got Jake, we got John, we got Ryan, we got Sarah, and we got Will, and yours truly, Rousey and Adrian. We love you all. We just wish you a Merry Christmas and hope you have a really safe holiday and season and get through it on the other side. Hopefully not too broke and not too sore-headed.
Well, we'll be sore-headed, I'm sure knowing our fuckheads, that they will be. And I think the best part about the holiday season is, I'm sure we'll be in touch through the Discord over the holiday period and over that gap as well, even when I'm in Japan.
I want a 2-week break from you, mate.
Love it. I love it.
Nah, it's all good. With nothing but love here on this podcast. And speaking of love, someone we consider a Wrexham family, honorary fuckhead. Let's get into it, straight into it. Me, the wife, and Wrexham back for a second time. They couldn't get enough of us the first time, so they've come back again. So let's just round out this whole podcast with me, the wife, and Wrexham. Ryan and Sian, roll it.
Let's go.
Well, here we are with our Wrexham family, a couple who we hold very dearly, but we will not be running down their staircase on Christmas Day. But we love them all the same. Ryan and Sian from Me, the Wife, and Wrexham AFC, and honorary fuckhead. Mate, guys, how is it going?
Brilliant. I love Christmas, I do. Look, see, that's how much I love Christmas. Yes. It's the best though. And I don't know if it's like the fact that you don't have to go to work, because I don't work, you see, from right the way up from like now all the way through to January. I don't have to go in. So that's nice as well. I think I just don't like, I enjoy not being in work. I think I enjoy that more than Christmas, to be honest.
Hey, well, I mean, I just had a thought, at least the Santa's colors are red and white. So same as
that's true.
It's like, shit, I just got that. Just pick that up. Santa's.
You just clicked. There's so much red and white going on. You just clicked. You're like looking around and you're like, yeah, this Christmas.
And I must say, Sian, you are looking Fantastic. That
Thank you
hat,
very much.
that is amazing. And the sweater, you got Rudolph on the sweater.
I've washed my hair.
Washed your hair. Wow.
Me too, but I don't think you can notice. So.
Oh wow, that is amazing. So guys, thank you for coming and joining us here today. We definitely, I think you're probably, I know we've had Ryan and Bill on, but that's kind of different circumstances. So technically you're the first guests we've actually had on twice.
Yeah.
So that is a huge honor. And how's things over there at Christmas actually? Because this I want to drill down on. I remember Christmas in the UK being ridiculously cold, and very, very white. You can almost guarantee that it's going to be snowing on Christmas in the UK, right?
No.
Do you know what? No, the cold thing. Definitely. Yeah, it's freezing and it is cold, but we got the heating on. We're all right. But yeah, when you go out anyway, it's always freezing cold. But snow, not so much,
We get snow in March now.
Yeah, I know. It's
global warming. Yeah.
Snow in March, April, things like that. But no, we don't. I think for me, because it was something I was going to talk to you guys about as well, because having Christmas when it's cold, that's Christmas to me. But you guys don't get that, do you? It's like hot for you, and it's like, and sometimes I think, when you're out, especially at the football, and it's freezing cold.
Yeah.
And you think, I'd just love it to be warm now. But I'm not sure that would be, because I've had 42 years of Christmas in the cold.
Yeah,
I think
it's what you're used to.
Yeah, I think Christmas when it's warm, I think it would freak me out a little bit, if I'm honest. I think it would be like, what is going on? Yeah.
My mum's Scottish. She's been in the country for 40 years. So she hasn't been. She's technically more Australian than she is Scottish, really. But and she says to me every time it's like 40 degrees at Christmas or 35 or whatever, and it's boiling hot. We're eating prawns, and like we're having, I'm trying to think of other things like that we do that's different. But yeah, that's probably the big one. Is what is it? Get pissed and eat ham. That's like a big one. But like she's like, oh, it's not Christmas though, is it? And I was like, well, it is. It's the 25th.
It feels weird.
It is.
It feels very weird. Last Christmas over here, it was 43 degrees on summer, 43.
And I forgot, guys, if you don't know, Rousey lives on the sun. So
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
West Australia gets ridiculously hot. It was 43 degrees, and I remember it was in the middle of the heat. It had a massive heat wave, so it was like 43, 45, 44, just for like a week and a half on end, and it was crazy. And halfway through Christmas Day, it got that hot, the power lines melted and took out power. No power. We were without power for a week, so no aircon, no way.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Yeah, it sucked big time. So I'm hoping that doesn't happen this year. We just, you tend to, Aussie Christmases are spent on the beach. That's quite a popular activity. Is spend a Christmas on the beach, but
bit of backyard cricket.
Yeah, me going to the beach will probably get mistaken as a whale or some shit. So I don't tend to go to the beach these days.
I don't go to a beach because if I do, I get legitimately so sunburnt that like I come back and I'm as red as your Santa hat. I can't do that either. So don't worry, Rousey. You and I can avoid the beach together.
To the pair of you moaning about your lovely weather. We're freezing here, absolutely freezing. You're moaning about we've got to go to the beach on Christmas Day.
It's just hot.
Great.
Have you ever tried to get sand out of your nuts? Seriously.
Now that's a different type of nutcracker. I tell you what. Far out. Well, actually, I had a question for you guys. So, like, that is obviously something that we picture as a stereotype of white Christmas, of how it would be, cold, chestnuts by the fire kind of esque stuff. Obviously, that's not true, some of that, or if not most of it. So what are some things that you kind of hear about, I guess, Australia and Christmas time, if you do hear anything at all? Is that something that, like, you hear, like, what is your idea that if you didn't know us, what would you think Christmas would be?
Like you said, on the beach.
Yep.
Barbecues. My best friend, actually, her parents lived in Australia for quite a number of years. So she went over to Australia for Christmas quite a lot. And she just said, used to message on Christmas Day saying, Happy Christmas, what are you up to? Barbecue on the beach.
Yeah.
I imagine everyone's pissed. Literally everyone. I imagine children, women,
toddlers.
I just imagine everyone
just walking around shirtless. Beers.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally just on the beach, barbecues, sun beaming down, shorts and t-shirt, swimwear.
Well, I don't know if you've ever tried going on the beach when it's over 40 degrees, but that's
it's bad.
Possible. Just
stand on that sand.
I can imagine.
It's like walking over hot coals. It's not great. Yeah. It's a not great experience. Well, then
a whole obviously meaning to roasting your chestnuts.
Yeah, that's it. Well, that's it. Like, and again, that's to be honest, that's kind of pretty much typical. I guess us Australians are pretty predictable. So it's not really get pissed, eat ham, that kind of thing. It's just normal. Yeah. But for you guys, what does your typical Christmas look like for you guys, specifically you and your family?
So we don't get up that early, actually. We've got a weird child who doesn't get up early.
I think he used to.
I think once he's got up at like 3:00 in the morning, and we're like,
shout out to Alfie.
Go back to bed.
Yeah.
It hasn't been yet.
Yeah.
And we just come down, we open presents, and then we get ready to go to my parents. Oh no, we go to your parents first, don't we?
Yeah.
Then we take them to my parents. And we all have dinner together. We've been together 13 years, and I think we've spent 12 of those Christmases together.
Yeah. Bloody COVID. So we
bloody COVID. Yeah, I was going to say, was that 1 year the COVID?
Yeah.
But this year we are for the second time. I think the first time Alfie was 10 months old, so it was his first Christmas. So we had that at our own house. And this year we're doing the same, aren't we? We've
had two. We had the first Christmas at home, then we had the COVID Christmas.
So this will be our third Christmas.
And this year we're staying at home this year. I always find it really mean, because you sort of go, especially when you got kids and you give them presents and you go open them. It's like, do you like your presents? Well, you're not playing with them. We're going out.
Getting out. Yeah, dressed.
I would take that literally one step further and say, fucking Christmas is exhausting.
Yeah.
When you get older, when you're young and you get to open the presents and get excited and be like, yay. But when you're older and you've got a partner or a wife or someone, you got to go to their family, then you got to go to your family, and you just you're running around and you're just like, holy shit, just give me a day where I can just relax, take my pants off and just do nothing.
Well, so if you guys are staying at home, are you guys having people over, or is it just going to be you three?
No, my brother actually invited us to his house, but because my mum and dad are going there. But we thought, because Alfie's at that age now where he wants to like just chill out. And we've got two very excitable nephews. One's nearly 5 and the other one's 8. So they're very like, just mental at Christmas.
Yeah.
So Alfie just wants to chill out with his presents. And
yeah, I think he is definitely, he's 12 in a few weeks. So he's definitely coming into that teenager. I mean, I think he's been coming into that for a while.
Since he was 5.
Yeah.
So at 5, he's like, just leave me alone, Dad.
And he just likes. He's very much like me. He just likes chilling out and sitting down. And because I'm an only child and he's an only child, and we're very similar in the sense of like Sian doesn't like being on her own. it's the best thing in the world for me. I just like not being horrible, but I do like.
I love you too.
Yeah. No, I like, because when I work shifts and like Alfie goes to school and Sian goes to work, and I just get to sit down on my own. I'm all for that, and I think he's very much like that. He likes time on his own, and he doesn't like you say, our nephews are quite excitable, and so they should be. They're little kids, at the end of the day, and it's Christmas. And I think in his head, he's just like, just a bit much that, I just want to open my presents and then just, use them, play whatever it might be that he opens. And I think he likes the idea of being at home. So we were like, do you know what? Why not? Let's do it. Let's do that. And we don't have to eat turkey then.
No, we're not having turkey this year.
No, so that's another one, is like, because we don't. I mean, I don't know about you, Rouse. Do you have turkey on Christmas, Rouse?
So turkey. We have a turducken.
A turducken.
A turducken.
A turducken. It's turkey with a duck and
duck shoved up its butt.
It's what is it? It's a turkey inside a duck inside a chicken. It's like some crazy orgy. Of meat.
Robin's shocked right now. He is absolutely flabbergasted. What is you've done to his family, mate?
Apparently, the vegetarian version is a toffucken.
Because it's tofu.
Oh my god,
that's actually amazing. That is so good. Never thought of that.
Yeah, we do. Obviously the hams are the best on Christmas. Like
Bataki ham.
You got to have your shrimp kebabs, which are amazing. Especially if you got some good king prawns. We don't call them prawns over here. We call them prawns.
Prawns. It's literally just like Australia just becomes prawn hub. It's just this whole thing. It's just central. It's just a place where, like, honestly, like, I think about every Christmas that my mates experienced when I grew up. What doesn't matter? Prawns were on the menu. It just seems to be a Christmassy thing. But like, we don't do turkey. Like, we've never done turkey. It's just not something that was. It's hot. You're kind of like, eating something more hot. We'd kind of have cold cuts with it, like, prawns, your hams. And it would be like maybe a cooked ham, but it's gotten cold, so you don't have to worry. So that's kind of where it goes.
Shit, though.
Yeah,
turkey shit. I don't like turkey. It's never that nice to me.
I mean, that doesn't say much for my mum's cooking, as she's the one who cooked turkey for the past 30 years.
No, but I mean, it's just not. I mean, if you go out to a restaurant, right, and you sit down and you go, do you know what I fancy on this one night out that we're having this month? A bit of turkey.
Yeah.
Who says that?
Yeah, you don't.
No one ever.
It's nostalgic. That. I think that's the thing. It's
You're
nostalgia
eating it because they ate it. They've eaten it for the last 300 years or whatever. It's just crap. It's horrible.
Well, we have prawns over here. We have prawn cocktail for starter.
Yes.
Ooh,
That is my ultimate favorite. I could eat
so good
a massive main meal of prawn cocktail. It's my favorite bit of the Christmas dinner. Alfie doesn't like prawns, so he doesn't have prawn cocktail.
I love prawns.
You're making it this year. You do know that.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but I mean, that's very 80s, isn't it? A prawn cocktail.
Absolutely, but it's just we were born in the 80s, so that's what we've grown up with. So
prawn cocktails have what is it? Thousand Island dressing with it? Is that what you guys have with it?
Mary Rose?
Mary Rose. Yeah,
I don't know.
Which I think tastes similar to 1,000.
I think they're pretty close. Then,
yeah,
I'm sure it's the same. It's just a branding. Yeah.
God knows what they'll have on it this year.
I became
we will have the right thing.
We'll see.
I became accustomed to the prawns with chipotle sauce.
Chipotle?
Try it. Just try it. Don't knock it. Try it.
Oh, no, I think it's amazing. I love Chipotle.
This year.
No, not that you're ruining Christmas, Rousey.
Yeah. You are, we will get a divorce.
Bit of chili in there?
No.
Oh, yes.
And
some people do
oysters as well. You got to have the oysters killed back.
Yeah, we have oysters as well.
Oh, yeah.
No,
you don't like oysters? Not your fan?
Never tried. No, I've never tried oysters.
I think I've tried them once. My auntie and uncle lived near a beach in where's Cricket? Is that northwest? Northeast? It's in Wales.
Northwest.
Yeah.
Northwest.
It's by the sea anyway.
Yeah.
And they owned a hotel there, and we had oysters there one day. And
did you have oysters Kilpatrick though?
Yeah, Kilpatrick's pretty good.
What?
Oh, okay. So it's an oyster, right? It's still in its shell. It's got a bit of cheese, a bit of bacon, a bit of onion
sauce,
and Worcestershire sauce.
Worcestershire,
mate.
Can never say it right.
Worcestershire.
Worcestershire.
Yeah, it's a tongue tie.
And a bit of Tabasco, and fucking amazing. It is. Amazing.
I don't like Worcestershire sauce. Don't like Tabasco. Don't like oysters. So
yeah, I think
the cheese and bacon for me.
Cheese and bacon.
We'll make you a cheese and bacon toasty.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. I think then, Chris, I know you felt like you were making it better, that you would make Sian want to
but you made it worse.
You just made it worse. She was just 100% like, no, that's not happening. No, definitely not.
No.
I think that sounds quite nice though. I'm all in for that. I'm quite adventurous with food though. I'll try anything. At least once, anything, and I'm quite a seafood sort of person. But like Sian's not a massive seafood person either. Apart from prawns, that's it.
Apart from prawns.
Yeah. So
now my wife's very similar. Like she cannot do seafood unless it's literally just like flake from like the fish and chip shop. You know, just a bit of fish, and like that's pretty much as good as it gets. But every year I try and get her to have an oyster. And she puts it poignantly, they are sea boogers. That's basically what they are.
Exactly. Exactly. I'm with your wife on that one, definitely. They are. Oh, no.
Oh,
so we're having beef this year.
Yeah, we're going beef.
We're having beef.
Ooh,
beef for
very
Christmas.
good.
Yeah.
So,
oh my God, I'm so hungry.
Yes.
I haven't eaten yet today, and all this talk of food is just like, oh.
Yeah, no, it's making me hungry now. It's about 7:30 here. I haven't had dinner yet.
Yeah.
We recorded a podcast
fault,
this morning, which
it's 10 o'clock here, so I've had dinner. I'm really sorry, guys.
But you know, it's been a busy day for us, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But I've got to ask, how's the podcast going, guys? How's it? I know you've started a new one too.
We have.
Yes, we have. Yeah,
we have.
It's going good. You know, it's weird because the subscribers keep going up. But the individual views on like YouTube seem a bit random, to be honest. And I try and keep the tags quite uniform and things like that to make sure that, you know, you're getting some consistency. But some episodes, you know, like when we lose, we seem to have more views and listens when we lose than when we win, which is odd because I think everyone just gets angry and goes, right, what Wrexham content's out there? Let me listen to this. See what other people
criticize.
Yeah. But when you're winning, that's sort of like that's normal. That's fine. Our views and listens aren't as high when we win as when we lose, which is odd, really. So for the sake of the podcast, it would be better if we lost all the time, but that wouldn't be good for our mental health, I don't think.
All right, relegation. You heard it here first.
Yeah.
Back to the National League.
It is. Yeah, it's odd. It's odd, but it's still doing well. And we're still, every week, as long as we've gained subscribers on YouTube, that's enough for me. As long as that train keeps going and, you know, we're ticking along, I'm happy with that, and that's all I ever wanted because we're making money now. So you know.
Bank dollar bills, y'all. Just
money.
Can you guys have your opening just be the what is it the here comes the money? Just have that play every time. That'd be great.
Yeah. You'll be rocking up in Lamborghinis and Porsches. And,
before you know it. Yeah. But our second one that we wanted to do something, not that the Wife and Wrexham AFC isn't fun, but it's more structured. You know, it takes time to put together. You've got to put the quiz together. You know, you've got organized guests. You've got an organized time for guests. You've got to have some sort of structure for topics that you're going to discuss, and that takes time to put together. So
it's fun, but at the same time, it is a lot of work to get it all together and make sure everything works. So we wanted, because we enjoy doing it so much, we wanted to do one that we literally just turned on mics and talked, and there was no preparation, and there was nothing, and we didn't know what we were going to say. So it was sort of, again, Sian's idea. She was like, why don't we do a sort of like marriage and relationship sort of podcast? And I was like, yeah, all right, then that'll be fun. And we've only done, it's called For Better For Worse, and we've done
Shameless plug.
Shameless. Yeah.
This is what we're doing.
That's
this is what we want.
Yeah,
this is what we want.
For.
Yeah, I know. And yeah, For Better For Worse. So we're on YouTube, but there's no video on YouTube. It's just like a few animations and stuff like that. So predominantly this is a podcast. So
Nice.
it's like on Apple, Spotify, all the usual stuff. The episodes are only half an hour. And to be honest, that's nice to do. And to just, there's no holds barred on that one. It's sort of like, you can just talk about, right, we start off, for example, about talking what's annoyed us about the other one in that week. So it's sort of like couples therapy.
Couples
but
therapy.
turned into a podcast at the same time.
I like that.
Oh, no.
Wow, on it as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
Fucking
like-
hell! Holy shit!
But I mean, how saucy do we get? Are we like,
So, Rousey just going straight for the
or
jugular.
we talking like, no, I don't like it up the bum or something?
No,
like that?
that's a very valid question. Very valid question because
Very valid question.
100% no.
yeah, but it was. We went to the football the other week, and I was talking to Sian's brother, and I said, "Oh, we've got a new podcast," and he goes, "I'm not fucking listening to that." And I went, "What?" And he goes, "Why do I want to listen to what? Why am I listening to that?" And I was like, "No, it doesn't it doesn't
It's
go
not like
into
that.
all that sort of stuff
Yet.
I know.
Yet.
We might start
Yeah,
struggling
see,
for it.
who knows?
And he was going, but he literally looked at me and he
I'm
went,
not listening to that.
I'm not fucking listening to that. No way. No, and I was like, no, honestly, listen, it's fine. So, although it doesn't go into any sort of like major. It's like about what have we covered?
Pet peeves,
Yeah.
money.
Oh, that's good.
Being ill because I was ill, so we thought that.
Ryan had to make a podcast all about him, obviously.
Yeah, that'll do. Being ill, shall we call it being ill? Yeah, that'll do.
Let's do it.
Yeah, and
That's
then
it.
yeah, we've only done
Call
4
the
so
episode
far.
Almost Died.
Yeah, yeah.
The man
Yeah,
flu.
no, it's fun.
It is fun.
We do.
And I'm sure it'll go into, on the last one we did, I think, was it the last one? Oh, it might be the being ill one when when I told a very personal story about myself, which I don't have no idea why I've told it, but yeah.
We've got to tell it now. You can't just bring that up.
Do I?
You are
but
on
it's
two
up to
beers.
you.
It's up to you.
You're on
It's
two
up to
beers.
you.
Anything goes
I'll tell
here.
it.
Anything goes.
Okay. Ryan can tell it. It's not. It's
It was
funny.
just we were talking about being ill and what how often all that sort of stuff surrounding being ill, and then it was a story of when we hadn't long been together, and
No, we had Alfie.
yeah, but it's years. It was years ago,
Oh,
and
To be fair, we got pregnant when we were like together 11 months.
yeah, and then Sian felt really ill, and so she told the story about she went to be sick and also shit herself at the same time.
Yep, fair.
Not very Christmassy.
Happens.
No, I apologize.
Honestly, every Australian Christmas does end very similar about 2 to 3 a.m.
Come on.
So
You're
it
not-
is Christmassy.
I mean, you're pretty much an honorary Australian if you've done that.
Yeah.
I mean,
If you've done that, exactly. We call it, what do we call it? I don't know, but it's definitely a symptom. And you're never alone. And this is
We
a
call it the
PSA for everyone.
we call it the shook, the shit and puke.
The shoot.
The
Like
shoot.
it. Like it, yeah.
I was
Yeah,
thinking of
it's
like
happened
Shomit.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't work.
Shomit.
Yeah, it's happened once and never. Yeah, I hope it never happens again because it was
Yeah,
an experience.
yeah.
Yeah.
I never want to go.
It's experience for me. It wasn't happening to me, but I was like, oh my God. what's
Oh,
going on?
hello. Honestly, but I feel like this is so funny because I don't know, maybe it's about being ill. It is being ill, but by your own I guess making it yourself ill by accident by drinking a lot. But like if you have those nights, and I think I've had a similar one where my wife and I hadn't been together long, and I think we went to a birthday party and same thing, went back to the apartment, and yeah, very similar thing occurred. And I think that's when I knew she was the one, to be real. So don't worry, this is definitely a safe space.
That's it. When she's still there after that, she's still there, and you
she's
go,
still there.
You know what you'll do for me?
You'll do. I think I proposed on the spot. Like it was a real ordeal.
yeah.
Oh wow! I mean, I've listened to the first episode, which was quite interesting. So I just thought it was a good branch out for you guys to go into that sort of style of podcast. I think it's very very insightful, especially for those that are in relationships, because there's a lot of taboo, I think, around or unspoken things that couples don't talk about behind, that's the stuff that goes on behind closed doors. Like you have disagreements, you loads of gross stuff. Your dignity's gone when you have a partner. Well, that's why I don't have a partner now. But
that's why I shit with the door open. So it's called love. It's just love.
Shitting with the door open. That's right. I mean, I could never do that though. I could never shit with the door open.
Oh, I joke. I literally have to shut the door because if I don't, the dogs jump in my lap, and it's just not a great time. So.
I'd just be too afraid of stinking out the whole bloody house.
Yeah.
That's why Ryan has to close the door.
Yes.
And open the window.
And put the fan on. And
it's
gross. It's gross. Do you know what? I obviously live with two boys. Sorry, a man and a boy.
Boys?
I refer to Ryan as a boy.
We're men. We're just innocent men.
I live with two males.
Yes.
And it's gross.
and obviously he's an avid Wrexham fan, so you're going to be getting the what we call it down under, we call it the AGB, if you've ever heard
AGB.
of it. Yeah.
What's that?
I feel like this is going to be fucked, but continue.
It's called the after grog bog.
Yeah.
Oh, that's all right.
Yeah.
After
like this morning,
bog.
funny enough. Yeah.
Yeah, just the next day, it's not a great time, but you know what? You have your coffee and you're good.
That late night chicken kebab or doner kebab comes up to definitely comes back with a vengeance.
Yeah, I definitely tried it. I remember I'd go out and I'd just get sauced because you're 20, 21, you're having fun, you're hanging out with people. And I met my wife when I was 19, so we would go out as a couple together. So she'd always be the designated driver because she doesn't drink much, or she doesn't really drink at all. And she'd be the designated driver by choice, by the way. I never forced her. But so I'd be like, all right, well, me and the boys, we're going to have a fun time. And we'd go via the kebab place. And I tell you what, then I still don't know how I would go to work the next day because I worked shift work as an employee in retail, and I would still go to work the next day after that, eating a kebab, going to bed at 4 a.m. And I'd go. Even now, if I have more than two, maybe more than 3 beers, and I've had a kebab, I'm off for the week, mate. There's no coming back from that.
Yeah. I know. Do you know what? I used to work my very first job, it was an office job. And in Wrexham, I don't know if it's still the case now, but Thursday, so I used to do it Monday to Friday, was great when I first started working. But Thursday night in Wrexham was student night. Is it still student night? Don't know, we're way past that anyway. So Thursday night.
Probably student night in Thursday nights too, I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Yeah, so then you'd go out on a Thursday night, there'd be 2 for 1s, 3 for 1s, there'd be drinks for £1, and it would just be it'd just end up a mess. And then you'd end up at home maybe 3, 4 in the morning or whatever it might be. But then I used to get up, feel rough, and go to work on the Friday because it's Friday, it doesn't matter. But the thought, I can't even, when I'm on, so I work shifts now. So next week I'm doing 2:10, for example. No, not next week. My next shift is 2:10. But I wouldn't drink on the Sunday because even though I'm not until 2 in the afternoon, because I just couldn't. I just couldn't deal with it. I just couldn't. There's not a chance of that happening, is there?
I don't drink, so I had my drinking days when I was younger. Like you, going out on a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, getting absolutely trolleyed. And now I'm just like, I think I stopped drinking when I was about when I was pregnant with Alfie.
Yeah, probably before that.
Sian, how much time did you spend in Ibiza?
Yeah. Well.
The reason I ask is because I don't know. Sian gives me this vibe sometimes of. I mean, I know she's very proper and she's we love you. You're amazing, but you just got this vibe that you might have been a bit of a party animal back in the day, and you probably have gone to Ibiza and club like Network Orange and shit like that. Clockwork Orange.
You can't comment.
I think
How can you comment on that? You didn't know me when I was.
You've always been a lightweight. I know. I've heard the stories. Definitely.
I have always been a lightweight, but yes, I did in my early teens, early 20s.
Early teens? What? When you were 13?
Yeah, no, my late teens. I have to say, my late teens. Yeah, I wasn't.
For legal reasons, your late teens.
yeah.
In my late teens, I used to go out Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then to the pub on a Sunday afternoon, and then go to work on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then just do it all over again. I lived at home rent free. I had a well-paid job, so yeah, I have some stories.
I hit it hard when I was 17. And then didn't stop until I was about
yesterday.
Yes.
Yeah, I know, yeah. But it was I very much got swept up in that whole sort of lifestyle of partying. Very much so. It was always so I went to Ibiza for the first time when I was 21, maybe. And then I think I went
I'm just going to stop you right there because a lot of Aussies are going to question this. Ibiza is how it is pronounced. I know it's got a Z in it, but
Ibiza.
It's Ibiza. So
Ibiza.
Just so our fellow Aussies know, because
I feel like songs have helped us with that. I feel like songs have helped us with that. Like, it's like, I've been a son and Ibiza. And everyone's like, oh shit. Like, okay. It's spelled that way. Okay.
Yeah. And then I probably went 5, 6, 7 times. I'm not sure. I lost track, to be honest.
You lost count?
Yeah, I lost count. And then when me and Sian
doesn't remember any of them.
Yeah, no, not really, to be honest. And then when me and Sian got together, that's when everything was, we decided, right, we want to get married, we want to have kids, and that's when you start being sensible, a little bit more sensible. And then it was only the last few years that we'd sort of got the idea to go back to Ibiza as like, not like we used to go, but like, what would it be like taking a kid there? But, because there's, as mental as places are, there's always places, there's always two sides to anywhere, any party island or anything like that. There's always two sides to it. And it's very different, but we still love it though, don't we? We love the place. And I do still get that sort of, a little bit, that sort of bug when you go out during the day, because everyone who goes there to party, they're in bed in the day, so you don't see them. So it's all families and stuff like that. But it starts getting into the evening and you start to see people, you start to see all the party goers sort of peeking back from stuff, and you're going, then they start bleeding into the sort of like the environment and stuff. And then, but I still, at 42, I do sometimes look and go, oh, just watch one more night where you just go a little bit mad. And then, but I know in my head I could do that, but there's not a chance I could do that. I'd be, when we used to go to Ibiza, we used to go out maybe 11 at night, maybe midnight. So that would be your going out time. And then I can't even make it to that time sober anymore. That's bedtime. That's bedtime. That's when you go to bed. So yeah, it's
we've it's very different now, but I still love it and still really enjoy it.
You guys were there. Were you guys there at the start of the season? Was that where you guys were at?
Yeah, we massively messed that up, to be honest.
No. Stop saying you messed it up.
I did mess it up. Very quick story. So last year we went to Ibiza, didn't really sort of pay attention to dates or anything like that. It was when we were in the National League, and we ended up missing one game, which was the Gateshead game at home, which was fine. We're happy with that. So we said, we're not going to make that mistake again. Book it again. We'll book it in July. Yes, because you're not going to miss any games. So we were in and ahhing about when in July to go, when our son finished school. Don't want to go as soon as he finishes school. We'll go the week later. So we booked it. But I didn't think that after July comes August. And then so basically I booked it at the end of July, which then meant we missed our first game back in League Two. And I was absolutely gutted about that.
Although the result would have made you the result would have made it a little bit easier to sleep at night, right?
Yeah, it did. Yeah. Because you're watching it and then you're going, "Oof, I'm glad." Do you know what? I'm glad I'm not there. But I think just for the build-up before, you just wanted to be there, and you just wanted to, sort of, our son's standing behind our camera and he's just dancing. I don't know why. I
love it.
I will do that. What a legend. Turn this camera around. So just to be there for the day would have been nice.
But we got to watch it with you guys, so it wasn't all
true.
that bad.
It was lovely. I had a great time. So I said to Rousey, before that game, I said, I don't watch, I just can't watch with anyone. I've watched Wrexham by myself for this long, and I get either really excited, really angry, and a different side of me comes out. And I was worried. And he goes, "Come on, mate, it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun." And I'm like, fine. And to be honest, it made me feel better because I didn't feel alone. Whereas when you lose and you're just sitting there 3 a.m. in the morning looking at the screen going, well, this sucks. It's not the best feeling. So
like the Accrington game. I remember that because with the Accrington game that we lost. Yeah, was just. Speaking of which, Ryan in a fuckhead chat was quite active that night.
Yeah,
and I chime in with 3 words: "I'm so baked." That was it.
Yep. And you know what? And that's how you cope, mate. And I think that's okay. My way of coping is just ramming my head through a cement wall, just repeatedly until the next week. So, but I'm glad that game is way behind us now.
I do notice that Adrian's very quiet on the Discord when the game's on, and that makes sense now when you were saying what you were saying. Then it's I don't want to speak. I don't want to talk to people. I'm focused on this. And when we're playing badly, it's it's
the fun usually happens after the game when we all get into voice chat
and we win,
have a bit of fun,
and we win.
We won.
If we lose, it's the most miserable bunch of people you've ever met in your entire life. It's like it's like an AA meeting with people who just rocked up because they were forced to. Yeah. And they're like, "Hi, my name's Adrian and I go for Wrexham." It's not a great feeling.
Then you'll just have me popping in and out, just being so high because I'm taking my medicinal stuff before bed and it gets me super high. And then I'm just like, back to back, baby. We're doing it.
And it's like, and it's so funny because when we win, we're all like, "Yeah, Rousey, yeah." When we lose, we're like, "Shut the fuck up."
Our fuckheads, they're a wonderful bunch. I mean,
they are good people.
We welcomed you into the fold as well, and
it's brilliant.
That was that little
mix of people. I would call it. I would call it an eclectic mix of people. Yeah,
and Rousey, it's just, and look, to be real, it's people and Rousey. It's a weird, it's different species. Rousey's his own kind of person and brings his own personality to it. He'll put in a meme into the Discord, and you just be like, what? It's 4 a.m. What are you doing? It's Wednesday. And he's like, and he's put in like just some random meme. It's hilarious. Don't get me wrong. But I'm like, what gets you in that frame of mind? And I now know it's just to cope when we lose.
So, Sian, if you ever want an interesting read, grab his phone, jump on his Discord.
I would recommend. You've got to be in a certain frame of mind.
Yeah, I can well imagine. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'll leave that
scarring.
with you boys.
Yeah. So I think I do. You know, there's the other Chris who's in there.
Yeah,
I've seen on more than one occasion. He's just put a meme on just before a game where it just says "Let's get weird," and that I think that encompasses. Yeah, everything. It's just like that's so fine. Perfect. Anything goes
in that place.
It is exactly what happens. And it's so funny because you can tell when Rouse is in his analytical, frame of mind. It is earlier in Perth when the games kick off. For me, it's like 1:30. For him, it's like 11, which is still, late, but he's not gotten, to get his medicine to go to bed. And you could just see the shift of the conversation because it goes, how good's McLean? He's really doing some good footwork around the ball. Yeah, good choice, Rousey. Good point. And then just goes quiet, like it's like radio silence. And then he just comes in and he's like, how fucking attractive is George Evans? Like, it's just like
Ryan says that all the time.
He is, though. He is.
He's a good-looking rooster.
Absolutely is. It's like, like the catalogs you used to get in like the 80s and 90s, or what, where you look like, and you used to get models who used to wear like sort of like outdoor jackets and look off over mountains like that, and then it's like this, buy this jacket for 100. He looks like one of them. He looks like he's been doing catalogue modeling then just happened to fall into football by accident. That's how
poor bugger. He does this for his he's just his weekend job is playing football, but during the week he's working for North Face and he's just wearing those puffer jackets.
I know, yeah, definitely.
Maybe he is.
He might be.
He may be.
He might well be.
He's a good-looking rooster, but probably not as good-looking as the wonderful Elliot Lee.
Oh, your obsession is actually... It's so funny because when we watch the doco, I'm like, man, I really love Elliot Lee. Why do I have this negative feeling? And then about him sometimes, I'm like, he's excellent for us. He's a great player. Why? And then I just hear Rousey just going on about Elliot Lee every 2 seconds. I'm like, oh, I get it now. Like I totally get it. But I guess that's how he felt when, Aaron Hayden was playing every week. But luckily he gets injured once every 4 weeks at the moment. So, it means he's not caring about it too much.
Yeah, definitely. I know.
Well, actually, funnily enough, Sian, I discovered something. Your TikTok. You are a bit of a TikTok aficionado, aren't you? Yeah.
Is this something we have to cut out? She's like, cut this out right now.
No, I wasn't going to say your OnlyFans. I was going to say your TikTok.
Yeah, let's keep that to ourselves. In case my dad watches this.
No, I've been watching some of your TikToks because it's been popping up in my, because I've been sort of looking at TikTok these days and going through. It's a very weird environment, but
can be, yeah.
Your TikTok skills they're up there. What made you get into that?
Because I've not seen
500 followers.
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. That's still great.
They're usually old men wanting to be my sugar daddy.
Yeah, she does show me a lot of messages going, I've got another one.
Another one.
I know.
Yeah, get me. Woo.
But they always say things like, look, I don't want anything from you. Just want to look after you and send you money. And then she shows me and I'm like, what's the problem?
What's the problem? Just do it.
Yeah, do it. Get the money.
Nah, I'm not into all that.
That's
rather
so
earn
funny.
my money myself.
Can I run your TikTok then?
No.
Then you don't have to be involved. I could literally just.
It's just
collect the
Ryan.
money.
Ryan, why are you just walk in one day and he's just wearing a Speedo and you're like, what's going on here? Like,
Yeah. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
I booked the next 3 years holidays.
Yeah.
I beat that every week. Let's go.
Yeah. I know, yeah.
So touching base on Wrexham really quick, it's been great to get involved in these little conversations, but bringing the conversation back to Wrexham, the January transfer window is coming up.
Yes.
Now that's going to be interesting. I personally think we don't probably need too many new people, or even if I don't even think we need Luke Armstrong.
You hear that, Luke Armstrong? If you're watching, fuck yeah. Like, we don't need you.
What's he scored? 1 in 12? 1 in 12? Is he on? 1 in?
No, he's not having a good year. But I mean, that said, League Two this year has been exceptionally tough. The level of competition throughout League Two has just been insane. And I guess it's probably the Wrexham effect, so they say. Like, everyone's trying to compete and make sure that we don't get too far ahead. But we've obviously stumbled throughout this season a couple times, and we've been on, long unbeaten run streaks, which has been amazing. I think we've done really, really well. And I think we don't really need to change the team at all this January transfer window. So maybe we sell off a few players. Maybe we get in a couple, but you got to make a squad of 23, don't you? Which is hard to do when you've got.
Well, there's already people left out, right? Like, there's already people who are sitting on the sideline who signed up going, I'm going to be playing first team football, and all of a sudden they're not even in that 23 squad. So do you know, like the likes of Billy Waters, Bryce Asana, Bickerstaff is not on that either.
No, Bickerstaff.
No, he is. Bicker's made it, but McFadden didn't. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
But do you think that these do they stick around? Because if I'm Bryce Asana and I'm playing the way I am and I don't make that 23 squad, I'd probably get a game in any of the other League Two teams if they wanted me.
It's so awkward because I really like Bryce, and I think Bryce needs regular game time and he needs confidence. And when he's got that, I think he walks into any League Two team and maybe even some League One teams. I think he has the potential to be that good. I think he definitely has confidence issues because when things don't quite go his way, you can see his head drop. But that is probably a player on the fringes of a squad because his head probably drops because he knows if I'm not playing well, I'm out. I might not get another game for 2 months. Do you know what I mean? So he has some major injury worries. Bryce does. He's just out for long periods of time. I think he's got the capability to be an amazing player. Do you hold on to someone like that? Probably not. Unfortunately for him, I just don't see the benefit in holding him in our squad. Billy Waters, don't see the benefit of him being there. Jake Bickerstaff, such an awkward one. I would send Jake Bickerstaff out on loan, I think, to the National League. And I think I would send him to a club on the understanding that he plays every week because he's good enough to play every week. But he's not getting in our team. He's not getting in our 11. He might play a bit part off the bench, but that is it. He's not getting in front of, in front of Paul, in front of Ollie, I don't think, and in front of Sam. Maybe sometimes in front of Sam, but I can't see it. But I think I would never sell Jake because I think he has the potential. He never lets us down. Ever. Whenever he's called upon, he never lets us down. And I think I would like to see Jake stay, but I would also like to see Jake playing every week. And I don't think that's in our squad. So the best of both worlds, I think, for me, is send him out in January, let him play every week, let him score bags of goals, bring him back, and then see where you're at from there for me. I think maybe we need 1 or 2 players in certain areas. I don't know in what areas because we get injuries all over the place.
That left wing back seems to be the one that popped up a few times. Especially with
from both of
McLean
them.
and Mendy going away on international call-ups and things. So I think that maybe there should be a little bit more cover there.
Well, McLean won't be going anymore, right? Because he's retired from international. Yeah, so possibly. But I do see your point, Rousey, because, Mendy getting injured, McLean being an older lad, like, an injury for someone like him, might be 1 or 2 for one of the 20-year-olds, but it might be 3 or 4 weeks for someone in, his point of his career. So no, I do see your point. A left wing back would be a good one. I did want to know, Sian, when you went to the race course, obviously every week with Ryan, but particularly a couple months ago, you were able to see the trophy group games against specifically like Port Vale. Did you see any reason in that game for anyone who played that doesn't regularly play to make their way into the squad?
No.
No, that's not fair. Quite like the way that Boyle played, but then when he played that game against Accrington, I didn't think he was. Mind you, they were all terrible on at that game, but
he was on for 3 minutes and give a penalty away.
He was. Yeah, he was.
Will Boyle, everyone.
Yeah. Do you know what? Actually, I think his name is it Dan Davis.
You did like Dan Davis. You said to me
he was good.
Yeah,
but also McLean came on up front, and he was. I went with my father-in-law with Ryan's dad, and we both went. McLean played up front, and we were like, yeah. He went, oh, he's actually really good. So
I said to Adrian, I'm like, this game is the epitome of robbery. Like that, we literally stole that game by McLean and Mullen.
We literally went, here's 2 of our best players. Good luck, everyone else, and just took that game. But I like that you said that, because Davies was good. And also, McLean in a different position does kind of go answer the question of, well, okay, well then if we get another left wing back in and not another striker, so we go for someone in the left wing back, and then we let him occasionally play in that Dolby position for 60 minutes, and then bring on Palmer or bring on Dolby or whoever. It could be quite dangerous, because I think from memory, and please forgive me if I'm wrong here, but I'm pretty sure when he was he wasn't at Southampton. Who was he at? He was at Sunderland.
Sunderland, yeah.
Yeah, Sunderland, and then was it Stoke?
Wigan.
Jeez. Wigan. He was at all of them. But like he played that position, right?
Yes. Yeah, he's quite versatile. So he's played in midfield. He's played attacking midfielder, holding midfielder, left back, left wing back, and striker. So he is very versatile, and it's a very handy player to play. Me personally, I think I'm not sure he's got striker. It's still in him. I think where he plays for us is where he should be played. Mm-hmm. I would have no issue with throwing him up there for 10, 15 minutes if we're chasing a game. But as for playing him for longer than that, I think it's one of them things. I don't think it's his best position, and I don't think Phil would be looking at putting him up there more regularly either. No. It's one of them things. I remember playing as a kid, and you used to play, and then when they were chasing the game, they used to put a defender up front because he was big. Yeah. And then he'd have 15 minutes where he was amazing. And then everyone's going, why is he playing up front all the time? It's because he's a defender, and he's like,
that's his
might
role.
Have had a good 15 minutes, but that isn't, where he's going to play all the time.
I'm very much missing Fletcher at this point. I really want to see him back.
I mean, Fletcher's one of those ones where he does also fit into that equation too, because then all of a sudden, if you do play McLean there, well, that basically takes Fletcher out. And assuming his injury, if it comes back again, when he's playing, it could come back again, and we do have to ask a question again about, okay, well, January window coming up, but I think he's probably that He's that 15-minute player that you play, that 20-minute player. And I hated saying it because I wanted him to play the full minutes or majority ahead of people like Dolby or even Palmer. But Palmer's shown he's in seriously good form. And putting Fletcher on ahead of him would be a silly way to do it, especially when we know how damaging he can be in those dying minutes when we need to win a game.
Well, he could, Fletcher, the way that we play Fletcher, in a full season, you manage what he can play for you, and you get 15, 20 minutes out of him every game, which is, for his age, is probably about right. But you could get 15 to 20 goals out of him in a season just playing 20 minutes of games.
Yeah.
There's strikers out there who play 90 minutes week in, week out. We can't get that. But you could realistically get 15 plus goals out of a player who just comes off the bench. And that when you look at it, you realize how lucky we are as a team to have the quality that we've got that's just sitting on the bench. And it's but true. As for January, I genuinely don't know. Nothing would surprise me. We talked about it quite a few weeks ago on our podcast about nothing would surprise me anymore, because as good as our players are, and as much as we all love them, there are better players than every single one of them out there. There are, because if there weren't better players out there, then all our players would be playing in the Premier League. And they'd be winning the Premier League week in, week out. So regardless, I'm not saying we can afford them, but there are always better players out there. They just are. That's just a fact. So, would it surprise me if he goes out and bought someone to replace somebody? No, probably not anymore. I mean, if you'd have told me a couple of seasons ago that Jordan Davis wouldn't be able to get in the team, I would say you were mental. And someone said Jordan Davis is going to sit on the bench every week. And I'm like, of course he's not. He was our best player. And now he can't get a game. So nobody in that squad is in.
Everyone's replaceable. Everyone's replaceable. I do want to start this conversation with tongue in cheek, because I know Rousey might have a slight meltdown. So this is all tongue in cheek. But the rumors around Elliot Lee, right? Yeah. How true do we think these are? And Rousey, how are you coping? How do you sleep at night?
It's not happening. I'm telling you, it's not happening.
It's not. I know. It's just tongue in cheek. I'm pulling your leg, but I just want to see a reaction. But isn't it funny how people go, oh, well, if they're in a league above or 2 leagues above, then he's going. Like, they just make up the mind for the player. Like, he must be going. It's like, that's so dumb.
Realistically, Birmingham and Wrexham could be in the same league next season. Realistically, that could happen. That's not like some sort of fantasy. We're pushing for a promotion. They don't look great,
probably.
So we could both end up in League One. So, I think
fuck Wayne Rooney, keep his dirty mitts out of our club.
Yeah. I just don't see the benefit in a move like that for someone like Elliot Lee. He's loved. He's playing probably the best football of his career at a level that he can really shine at. And it's not just being at this level and shining, it's then the momentum that you build going into future campaigns that you got, that that you're good, and you get your mojo back and all that sort of stuff. And for me, I'm not just saying it as a Wrexham fan, the move just doesn't make sense for him at all. The only thing that makes sense for him in a move like that would be money. And he doesn't strike. It doesn't strike me as that sort of player.
Nah, he's not. No, he's motivated by like he said in the Doco episode. Even in the last one, he's like, he wanted to go to somewhere where he could be someone, where he can build on something. And he goes, he wanted to get him into the Football League, and now he's saying, I want to get them to Championship, to Premier League. He said, so like, that's if you don't say that lightly, you know what I mean? Like, especially with press nowadays, you're remembered forever for what you say. And if you're saying that to a camera without being forced to say it, you're going to be staying.
And I'll hold him to it.
I think one thing as well, I think the one thing that would that is different in this scenario is if you get a Premier League team, go into Elliot Lee, going, do you want to come here? And we will play you every week. I think that is a completely different story.
Different scenario.
And I think that is, it's a case of, regardless of whether you're happy where you are, to get the chance to go and play in the Premier League and to go to Stamford Bridge or to go to the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, go to Old Trafford, Anfield, Goodison Park, all these places and play there in a proper competitive game in the league, I think that is the thing that turns players' heads, not playing in the Championship. That to me, it's not. But I did explain this to Sian, because Sian's going, he's not going anywhere. And I said, I disagree. I said, if, somebody in the Premier League comes for
Sian's side. I'm on Sian's side. No matter what, he's not going anywhere.
No,
he's got a point though. I'm with Ryan on this one, to be real.
Yeah, I think that's a different draw. If I imagine if I was a footballer in his position, I played for Wrexham, at his age, I would go, I'm not going anywhere, because we've got Hollywood owners. This is amazing, playing great football every week. Well, nearly every week, but we're playing really well. I don't want to go. I don't want to go to a League One team. I don't want to go to a Championship team. But if
you got a point, because the exposure that Wrexham brings is greater than most Championship and League One teams anyway. So why would you go somewhere where that exposure is less? Yeah, that you probably won't even get seen as often, and where you got Wrexham, that's a massive team. I mean, that's the way I would look at it. It's like you get more exposure in Wrexham in League Two than you would out of even some Premier League teams.
Well, some bottom table Premier League teams for sure. I mean, he's not going to Sheffield, that's for sure. Stuff like that. But like, he'd probably, like, if like you said, Chelsea knocked on his door, West Ham, Man U, these teams. Like, I just put West Ham in the big equation. Don't know why, but I think it's because he used to play for him, I think. But anyways, it's that thing of your nostalgia.
So anyway, we're gonna bring this full circle. And I got a question for you.
His heart's breaking, but continue.
No, my heart's fine, mate. My heart's all good. I'm about ready to go get that Christmas cheer on. But how's your Aussie slang?
I think we found out last time. Pretty shit.
Yeah, not great. Not great.
Well, you got a chance to redeem yourself today, because we're going with 10 questions.
10.
Whoa.
Okay.
So I figured
I will be score person.
It's been a great episode, and watching you guys try and figure out the Aussie slang was classic. Now, some of these you might be familiar with. Some of them are going to be really, really tough. It's a multiple choice.
Oh, well, that's good.
All right, so
better than trying to guess it. Now, Rousey, just to be sure here, it's just Ryan and Sian participating. I'm the scorer. Yeah, you're the person. Perfect. Just clarifying.
Yeah. So we got to do this because last one was just absolutely classic. Seeing you guys trying to
so good.
It out. And some of them you surprised me on. Wasn't
you got them.
So yeah. So that's who's the reigning champion?
Me.
I would probably say Ryan.
Yeah, I think it was Ryan. Just picked.
Yeah, I think it was Ryan. Yeah, just that last question. Yeah, was yeah.
Okay, right. So 10 questions. All right, Ryan versus Sian, the Aussie slang quiz. Let's go.
Here we go.
Question number 1: what does the term hard yakka refer to? Hard work, hard helmet, hard day, or hard life?
I'm going to go with hard.
You're going first, are you? Yeah. All right then.
Yep.
I'm going to go with hard day.
Hard day?
Was hard day the first one, Chris?
All right, so you got hard work, hard helmet.
That one. Sorry, hard work.
Hard work?
Yeah.
Hard yakka is, in fact, hard work.
Yeah. Hard yakka.
Yes.
Well
I was
done.
actually going to go for that one, but I forgot.
But you didn't, did you?
No.
All right. Now they get this one's going to be a tough one. All right, but I'll give you a little hint with this one. Think logically.
Okay.
What time of the day is it at Sparrow's Fart? Very late at night, midday, very early in the morning, or in the afternoon? Sian, you're first.
Late afternoon, was that an option?
There is in the afternoon, yep.
Yep, I'll go with that one.
I'm going for early in the morning.
Early in the morning. Okay. It is, in fact, early in the morning.
I thought that was too obvious. I thought that was too obvious. That's why I didn't go for that one. But
Aussies keep things simple with their slang.
Yeah.
Sian has an excuse for everyone she gets wrong.
Hey, well,
that was too obvious.
There's 10 questions. She can easily come back and beat you.
She can.
Yeah, shut your face.
She gets the next 8 right. Oh, shit.
All right. Now, this one is a little bit more simple. All right. So it is, what are mates' rates? So it's a special discounted price for close friends and family. A rating scale of who you are like most out of friends and family. How much money you often spend when with particular friends and family, or how much time you spend with friends and family.
Number 1.
100% number 1.
Number 1.
Yeah.
Both correct.
There we go.
1 point each.
3-1. 3-1 to Ryan. Sian's on the board. Get around it.
Well done.
All right.
If I just copy your answers for every one, I win, don't I? I'm not going to do that.
That's so good.
Now, I'm pretty sure this next one I've heard some English people actually say. So
we're Welsh, though.
Yeah, you're Welsh, mate.
Yes, you are Welsh. Oh, shit. Okay.
Robin is very disappointed.
Oh, no, I can't believe I just fell for that trap. Bloody hell.
It's not his fault. He is English. So he says it to me too. He says it to me too. So I will give him that one.
What does it mean? Okay, question 4. What does it mean to be knackered? You're hungry, tired, angry, or excited?
Tired.
Yeah, that's good. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure my mum
said that both together. That was
I am always knackered.
Yeah. Have I just to check, Chris? Have I got one wrong yet?
No,
I don't think no.
4 from 4.
You're 4
just
from
checking,
4.
Just checking, just for the record.
All right, question number 5. We're halfway there. In Australia, you already know this one. What is McDonald's informally known as? Mickey D's, Macca's, Macadac's, or Old Mac's?
Mickey D's.
I'm going to go for Macca's.
You'd be correct. It's Macca's.
Macca's.
See, that's quite awkward. I knew that was Macca's, but over here, a lot of people call it Mickey D's as well. So I think. Yeah, so it's a bit of it. So that was a bit 50-50,
or
wasn't
Mackey's.
Macca's.
Macca's. Oh, yeah, I should have. Yeah.
All right. Question number 6. What does it mean to have a crack? So either start a fight, visit the chiropractor, try to attempt something, or get a paper cut.
Try to attempt something.
I am going to go for that one as well, because that's what it would mean over here.
Yeah.
Both of you are correct.
There we go. 6 and 3.
All right. Here we go. 6 to 3. So, Sian, you've got to get the rest of these correct. Ryan, you have to completely balls it up from this point. Okay. All right. Question 7. What is a sanger? Someone who used to sing, a toolbox, a shower, or a sandwich?
Sandwich.
I remember this one. Yeah.
He brought an old one back. Well done. Yeah. 7-4.
Okay, all right. This one's getting a little bit more difficult. All right. To be a stubby short of a six pack is to be someone who does silly things, someone who is missing a drink, someone who is a bit crazy, or someone who has only had 5 children.
Crazy.
Oh, now this one's tough because I would say crazy, right? But at the same time, to be a stubby short of a six pack, was one of them one beer short of a something?
Yeah.
Yeah, because a stubby short of a six pack means you're short of one beer, aren't you?
Oh yeah, I've got a feeling it's gonna be that one.
But we would say something like, "Oh, he's something short
a sandwich
short of a picnic." Yeah, so it could mean that. I'll go for the beer one. Let's go for something different to Sian.
Sian, well done. You caught one
You're
back.
still alive.
Yeah.
It's 7-5.
If you're stubby short of a six pack, you're crazy. I guess it's like saying your few tools short in the shed, or
yeah. That's right. Yeah.
So Sian got one back. 2 to go.
7-5.
All right. This one is a little bit of an easy one. What is the late Steve Irwin's famous catchphrase? I don't even have to tell you what.
Yeah, don't even put any answers out. Just guess it. Because if you do, it's going to be, you'll get it.
Oh, no, we need guesses.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. So you've got far out, what a beaut, crikey, or cool.
I know.
I'm going to go with what a beaut, but I reckon it's far. Oh, yeah, what a beaut.
I think it's crikey.
Ryan,
well
done, mate.
You've done it. Well done, mate. Yeah.
Technically went for 2 answers then, still got it wrong.
Oh no. All right. And then the last one, I know we come across this one last time, but what do budgie smugglers refer to?
Speedos.
Yes, that's right.
Speedos.
Our swimming costume.
So okay, 9 to 6.
9 to 6. 9 to 6.
Or as Rousey likes to put it, 6 to 9.
69.
Yeah. So, but we see you guys as both winners. So in the mail, we're gonna grab your information after this.
Yes.
In the mail, we're gonna send you a nice little Australian care package.
Yes. Yes. Merry Christmas from us. We're very what do we put it? So that they don't think they're getting Speedos in the mail. Yeah, it's just, it's a bit of Australiana that we're sending your way. And just from Rousey and myself to say thank you for embracing us, and for honestly, you were the first pod we were ever on. So we've never, we literally wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys. So we appreciate you. So thank you so much for being
not a problem. I'll be honest with you. I'm not the most tolerant of people. I've got to that age now where if I don't like people, I just won't entertain it. So I would honestly, we love you two, and I would not keep inviting you on and doing your show if I genuinely didn't like you, because I am definitely at that age where I do not care about insulting people anymore. About going, no, I am not doing that. I am not interested. So we love you too.
It's true. We do. We love you both.
Yes.
And the feeling is very much the same. So we would like to wish you guys a very Merry Christmas.
Yes.
Have a nice, safe and fun holiday period, that's for sure, and a happy new year as well. So and to our listeners, we're going to actually end this here to right now. So instead of going to our usual end spiel, we're just going to cut it off right here. So guys, if you like what you see, if you want to reach out,
like what you see, comment
down below if you like what you see. More of those sexy sweaters down below. But by all means, reach out to us, comment down below, share the shit out of this episode, like, share, and subscribe. Beard brethren, Sheilas, fuckheads, all-round legends, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and we'll see you guys on the flip side. Let's go.